All right. Hey, we're live. It's Mom with the Matt's time. I'm Matt.
I'm Matt.
I'm not Matt.
Welcome, y'all.
I'm Teddy.
Yeah. Teddy got older.
And fatter. You could say it.
So, yes, we're here. It is Wednesday, so we are here. I'm Matt. There we go, and there's the delay.
Wow. That's a lot.
So, welcome everybody. Welcome to the Pre-Nationals show.
We'll be off next week.
We'll be off next week. Hopefully, I'll be having some lives popping in because I am going to Nationals. As everybody has been, as I've been telling, super excited. Let's see. So, I'll be reporting from Nationals next week. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So, gonna be sporting some new swag at Nationals. So, pretty excited about that. So,
Take lots of money.
yes, already got that planned. Even Tiffany's got some ideas of what she wants to look for as well. So, how to do that. So, welcome everybody. Let's see. Hey Ken, hey John, hey Ryan, welcome. So tonight our let's see, only 17 at 8 o'clock is going to be one-word bands, alternative rock from the 90s and 2000s. So check on Facebook. So glad you guys can make the night. Pretty cool. Let's see, John's watching on Facebook. Hey John, let's see. No, so don't know why we can't get a brighter thing on Facebook.
Yeah, John and Ryan and Ken.
Yeah, so welcome. Ken, are you going to Nationals? You said there for a while you're on the fence. Were you able to pull strings?
I'd have to take the minivan if I was going.
We're taking a full-size conversion van.
That's my boy. Just walk in and say,
Still
I want
not
one
enough.
of everything. My stash is nowhere near big enough.
I do have some. I have some parameters. So yeah. So I'm going to be immersed into the, as they said. Let's see, on the last IPMS national thing, that I'll be in the world's largest hobby shop for 4 days.
Ken had to cancel last minute.
Oh. Doggone it. I was hoping to see you there, man. You would have got some free Mom with the Matt swag.
Free swag. Stuff we all get.
So yeah, we got a new t-shirt going to be coming out. We'll be, probably after Nationals, we'll have a little explanation on it and be able to place some orders. We now have stickers. If you haven't seen on Facebook, we have Mom with the Matt stickers.
Adelaide needs scissors back.
Scissors.
Hang.
So what's everybody working on tonight? Anything cool, exciting?
Are you talking to us?
Them.
Oh,
You? Yes. You say what you're working on. So
okay.
people always ask that. So Jim, what are you working on?
I am working on the Tamiya Tiger 1 early.
Burley?
Yeah, it's the early production.
I think he said Burley.
No, early. We now have figured out why the Germans lost the war. They've over-engineered everything because there's way too many road wheels on this thing.
It's got road wheels like sharks have rows of teeth.
Yes, exactly. I'm also painting this young green dragon,
Ooh.
the miniature version.
Yeah, we gotta this cam see right in front of you. So
Right.
There it
Where's the? It's up here somewhere.
Yep.
Yeah. So, gonna be painting that puppy in speed paintage.
That's oh, show it.
Got to show off.
Yeah, show it off.
Ryan says he got an airbrush.
Sweet.
Ken says he's weathering the Stuka.
You grab that piece of cardboard right there behind the visor. Down, right there.
Right here?
Yep.
Okay. I know why I'm grabbing the cardboard.
We got some
Right.
contrast. There you go. Check out that dragon. Spectacular dragon. Let's see. You can show the Facebook friends as well. There you go.
Canto Dragon.
Yeah.
So she's finally finished. Did some static grass on the base, and yeah, she turned out really good. Airbrush with speed paints.
There we go.
Fun, fun, fun.
And you left this full of paint.
Oh!
Uh-oh. Not taking care
Oh, that's
of...
when Jim came, because I was...
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Why do I... No, I didn't... What color is it? What color is it?
Black.
It's not me.
Alright, that's
Not
me.
your paint. That's paint.
I can't use the airbrush. It hurts my finger.
Oh, I'm going to do the... I was going to do this.
There's still some in here.
Alright.
That's sprayable. Doesn't
This
solidify.
one hit it.
Sprays
Back,
butt.
the butt and the tail.
The butt and the tail. You were painting the Velociraptor in
Yeah.
rubber black?
Yeah, I was gonna zenithal it next.
So yeah, that's had to show that off.
Alright, let's see. So Ryan, you got an airbrush? Awesome, that is a game changer.
They for sure.
Let's see. John needs to go in too. Yeah.
Which airbrush did he get?
You didn't say.
Nah. So, Ryan, what kind of airbrush did you get? Did you get a Grex? Did you get a Neo?
An Iwata.
An Eclipse? Ken says, cool looking dragons, Jim.
Thank you, thank you. That will be at the September show.
There it is.
Alright.
What are you gonna do about the peg in his mouth?
That's gonna get covered up.
Okay. Yeah. It's like, oh, you're
With
gonna
Prey.
Awesome.
You just take some green stuff and mold a little rubber rabbit and hang out. Or not.
big gangly teeth. You know what I'm talking about.
Yes, I do.
Here's for the...
John Cleese is coming to
Oh.
St. Louis in October or
So
November.
nice. Is it still sitting on his tail?
Yeah, I'll glue it
Down.
down. I'll glue it down.
He holds his butt up.
Well, you can always do what I did on the Mitchell. You just put a little, either fake a ladder.
Yeah, they say
Which-
get a 1/144 scale guy and just have him lean against
Just have
it.
him leaning up against it.
Yeah.
Leaning
Well,
tower
and it's
of
funny
Pisa.
because Monogram had to have known about that kit because the ladder is built down for that very reason. You cannot get that thing to sit on its nose at all.
So yeah, so we're gonna get that taken care of. Yeah. So let's see what's going on. Let's see, Matt, why don't you give us a update what you're doing there, or what you're gonna be doing?
Be painting this.
One second.
Hood.
Get to the booth cam.
Is it in the booth cam?
Booth cam.
Painting that section there, and it'll be done. The decal's on already. You can't see it. It's right there.
Gotcha.
And then we will be finishing the chrome on the GTO and maybe glossing it, depending on time and dryness.
Nice.
We'll at least we're gonna at least gloss the hood and see how that's gonna work out.
Can't wait to see that color shift in the sun. That's gonna look amazing.
Ryan says he got a mastered airbrush because it was the most budget friendly one. I was surprised at how pricey airbrushes and compressors.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a rabbit hole, money rabbit hole.
a game changer.
It is. I bought the Iwata Neo trigger, and it was $230, and then my compressor was $250. And I'm glad I bought a compressor with it. You know, my first airbrush that I had was a Badger that I used the cans. Remember that? Yeah, that did not work out like I thought it was going to.
CO2 cartridge.
Yeah, they're big cans, and then I actually rigged up a tire to use as a compressor, and that actually worked. I literally had a spare tire in my bedroom under my desk that I hooked up the airbrush to, and if I hit the button, it would slowly deflate the tire. But I'm glad I got the compressor. That was a game changer for sure.
Evening, George.
Hey, George. Hey, Corey.
Do we have alcohol?
What kind do you want?
Alcohol.
Whatever, the 70, 90, whatever. I just use it.
Back there. White top, white lid. There you go.
Right.
There you go.
Drink responsibly.
Always.
Don't go blind.
Ooh. The fresh stuff. 99. I should buy stock in
So,
this stuff.
with airbrushes, I'll wait till the compressor kicks off.
If you have an airbrush, you might as well get used to that sound.
And let's see. I have a California Air Products compressor. It is referred to as a quiet compressor. Compared to some other ones, it's quiet. That's
True.
the thing.
That is
You know,
true.
it can go off and we can still have a conversation instead of
Yes.
us going, "Hey, how you doing over there? What's going on?" No,
Shut
not
up,
like that.
compressor.
Yeah. No, it's annoying. Let's see. Let's see. We have 3 airbrushes here in the Matt Cave. We have
One we never use.
an Iwata Eclipse, which is the first one I had.
Great airbrush.
It's going on 8 years old. So
Why don't you use it?
no, we use that one.
No, we don't use this one.
We have a master airbrush.
Yes,
That-
That's the master.
Yeah. And then
Is it?
it's just super heavy and
I like that. Does it work? I mean,
it does, yeah.
What's the needle size on it?
I think 3.5.
That's what mine is.
So, but it has the needle set where you can change out the
Yeah, I
Needles
like
work.
that too.
yeah. And then we also have the one. Oh, Matt's not using that one tonight. Normally he uses the red one, and let's see. Get back here. So the other one he uses is, or the other one we use is the red one, which we got off of eBay for $14.
Yeah. And actually, the one you can get at Harbor Freight, their compressor is actually not bad. I thought about doing that too.
Normally the red one cleaning out the Iowa.
Thank you.
Ken says my first Badger used the spare tire adapter. Worked, but not the best setup.
No, but I was 12.
Sometimes you're in a pinch,
Yep.
Yeah.
or you're broke, or you're cheap.
I was both. I was all three. Still am. No, when I bought my airbrush, good tips if you're gonna have an airbrush, practice.
And practice.
Use plastic spoons.
Or if you want to get really good fine brush control with it and be able to do small stuff, get a coloring book.
Yes.
I bought a Minions coloring book, and that's what I basically just fill in between the lines with whatever color I happen to be. So if I'm painting something, like I did it with these, when I got the wheels done on the Tiger, When I got done, I did one of the minions in Panzer Gray because it gave me a chance to get and fill in between the lines and do all that. So yeah, and it works out really well. I got that one from somebody on YouTube. I think it was Uncle Night Shift actually. Thank you, Uncle Night Shift.
And I would recommend a gravity-fed airbrush as opposed to dual action.
Yeah.
You hand me the silver one, I'll show that.
This one.
Yep. So when it comes to airbrushes, this is gravity fed. So this is the color cup here where you put your paint, and then gravity just pulls it down into the air chamber, and then this is dual action. Push down for air, pull back for paint. So you can always have air and then paint. So Ryan said, I watched Jim's Game Changer video about the Iwata airbrush and realized how expensive it was after the video.
Yeah.
And Ryan's is dual action. Awesome. And gravity fed. Awesome.
Good.
Probably
Yeah.
this one right here, actually.
Yeah,
It's
probably
got
is.
the adjustment on the back.
Yeah. Which that's handy.
Yes.
That's very
This
handy.
is a good. This is a good starter airbrush.
It is a really good starter airbrush. I have a hard time because my hands are big and they hurt. I have a hard time with that button, which is why I got my trigger one. Now the trigger's the same. The trigger one's the same way. You pull it halfway back, it's just air, and you can feel that detent. So when you pull it a little bit more, then it's paint.
Gotcha.
Same thing.
How was it? Did you wear some stuff? Did you like it? What do you want to do tomorrow? Maybe. Cool. And Aiden's here. Oh, Aiden just left. Aiden just came from football camp.
Doctor cleared him for duty with his leg.
Yep.
Football's the devil.
No, Colonel Sanders, you wrong, Mom was right.
Let's see. Ken says when I was a teen, also when I had the Badger entire setup, painted a Revell 1/72 B24, and it was life-changing.
Mm-hmm.
See, Ryan's is the Master G22 airbrush.
I think that's the one you have.
It doesn't have a number on it. It says Master airbrush.
Okay.
The case is inside the drawer over there. So.
Case is where?
Top left, up there, plastic case in the back. There you go.
Model G233 set.
Oh,
Close.
the G23. Okay. There you go. That's the one right there. I'll pass it back over to you. So almost the exact same one. That's bigger. Hold your mouth just right.
Glad your door didn't kick your butt.
It is heavy.
It is heavy.
Are any brands to stay away from? In your collective opinions?
I am not a fan of. Was that Pasha?
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 Know
I
that?
don't know how you pronounce it, but I'm not a fan of those.
Yep.
Um,
Badger, I'm not a fan of.
Badger used to be really good, but they have kind of fallen off. Anything from Walmart. That's true.
Now the Iwata is like the Porsche of airbrushes, and then you have like Harder and Steenbeck, which is like the Ferrari.
Yeah,
Of,
yeah. The Harder and Steenbeck, but you're going to pay for that.
yes.
really, really good airbrush.
Yes.
But you can get the same results with a decent Iwata as long as you practice.
Say, Matt rocks that red one that's $15.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be super expensive. It really doesn't. That's one of the joys of this hobby. When I was flying remote control planes, it wasn't too bad to stay in the hobby, but to get into it, it's expensive. This hobby, not so much.
Yeah.
Not so much.
Let's see. John says, what about the cheapest air compressor? So that's one thing I didn't go cheap on, because I found the cheaper ones had to either constantly run
Mm-hmm.
or had no storage tank. And then again, it's constantly running. Well, if it's constantly running, well, then it's going to be in the process of, I don't know, constantly running out, or constantly running, so you're aging it quickly.
Color of primer matters depending on if you want the top coat to look darker or lighter.
Or
So, like with the dinosaur that you saw, I did it in black. I'm going to zenithal that, which means I'm going to go from a certain angle and spray white over it, so it only gets caught in that area. So when I paint it, it'll be darker where the black's at, and it'll be lighter where the white's at.
well, and that becomes really important if you're going to use speed paints like what I'm doing here.
Yes.
This is technically because of the, and you can actually see where it's picking up highlights and lowlights, but that's what this paint does.
Mm-hmm.
With that, I did the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
I primed it in black. I did a really heavy dry brush of a medium gray, and then a real light dry brush of a pure white to pick up all the highlights, and then basically just sprayed the color and filled in the lines.
Hello.
Hola.
Hey, everybody.
Hi.
Hey, Matt, and not Matt. Here's your
Highlight fill?
highlight fill.
All right.
We have a box of merch.
Yes.
Ooh,
It's right there.
cool.
Hot off the presses, as it were.
Yeah.
Very cool. Are you guys alive?
Yes, we're
Yeah.
live. Yeah.
You're showing it off? Or are you
He
hiding?
hasn't. No.
We have not.
Not that
Going
we're,
to, or are you gonna
not that we're against
launch
the
it?
idea.
do what?
Not that we're against the idea.
Am I on?
Are you on? You're on right there. Right there. Right there.
What camera am I?
Look at that one. Is
All I
that
see
one?
is your head.
You're everywhere.
I
That
know.
is there. That one's there. That's the bench.
Oh,
That's-
crap.
I
That's
see.
the booth.
There's eyes everywhere.
So, you gonna grab a chair?
No, I gotta get back upstairs.
You can sit down at my chair if you want.
I want to see the dragon. How's the speed
That's
paint?
right there.
Oh, cool.
By here, and you can pick them up. Just by the base of the. Don't pick them up by the wing, because I broke it off one of them already.
Oh my gosh, that's
Didn't
amazing.
turn out so good.
It did.
All that is
So what'd
these
you
colors
do?
right here.
Really? With a, what'd you do? A black,
Black
primer?
prime,
Okay.
a real heavy dry brush in a medium gray,
Okay.
and I just used the acrylic paints from like Michaels,
Okay.
and then a real light dry brush in white just to pick up the highlights,
Okay.
and then airbrushed the speed paints in it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
Cool.
this is what they look like when you brush them. If
Okay.
you do it over like a standard white or an off-white,
Mm-hmm.
you really get, if you can see,
Lighter.
well, it does its own highlights. So like
Yeah,
this
right.
color here,
That's what's so amazing.
oh, I love these things. So that's your standard color over
Uh-huh.
over a white, and then over a gray, and then over a white, gray, and then if it was a real dark.
Okay.
So
Okay.
the only bad part about this, if you get a chance to get some, and they make them in sets, get the speed paint 2.0.
Yeah, that's what I've seen.
Because
Okay.
these will, if I were to try and repaint over this,
Uh-huh.
they reactivate.
Yeah, I read
and it
that they
ruins it.
that they fixed that with the 2.0.
Exactly.
So all of these are the originals.
And they're acrylic. They're cheap. They all come with their own. And these are the other than the black for the
Cool.
rock.
Uh-huh.
This was the one I did the wings in. The plasmatic
Okay.
bolt is.
I like
this.
that color a
I
lot.
do too. When I first put it on, it was very. Wendy says it was very, very turquoise.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thinking, oh crap, I just screwed this thing up. But as it dried, it fixed itself.
Mm-hmm.
The body is this orange skin,
Okay.
And then I did the
The skeleton.
the chest,
Oh, okay.
the chest
okay.
scales in this green, and then and once that dried, and I had to dry it fully, I did another coat of yellow, and then all the bony protrusions, the spines and the back spines and the claws are all in this pallid bone.
Ah, okay.
And that's it. And all you do is just in between the lines.
That's awesome.
None of this shading and wet blending and all that.
Right. Yeah.
I don't have time for that.
Right. Right. Yeah. No, I've got a list of the ones I want now, and I've been looking at it.
Yeah. Oh, they
That's
make a set. They have them at Miniature Market, and you can order them online. And I think it's like $60 for like a set of 30.
Oh wow.
And it's a lot of colors.
Wow.
Stay away from their metallics.
Oh really?
They're
Okay.
trash.
Okay.
They don't work very well.
Okay.
I bought a set. If you're gonna go metallic, what were the ones that you recommended? Yes.
Yeah.
Go with those.
And I've seen some people that do like a metallic and then do the speed paint over it, and it looks really cool.
Yeah, you can do the they call it non-metallic metallic. You cannot do that with these because again, you get the reactivation.
Gotcha. Okay.
But I mean, it's basically talented all.
Nice.
I
That's
mean,
gonna be awesome.
there's
Yeah,
no way
no.
I could have done that with
Right.
normal, and it turned out so good.
Right. That's very cool.
Yeah, that one's going in September. So if
Cool.
you've got something going on, then
Cool.
there's your
Cool.
competition right there.
All right. All
Now I'm
right.
screwed. Now she knows. I've given away all my secrets. Now I'm in trouble. But then I did a Talia. Tali. The girls are gonna hate me for that. From Mass Effect.
Okay.
She's gonna be there.
Okay.
I was gonna do the Chinese vignette, but I kind of abandoned it. And then I have a bust. I've got two actually. I've got one of a Dwarven warrior that I was gonna do this with, and then I'm also gonna do that one that I bought last year, the lady in blue armor. I'm
Cool.
gonna do that too. So evidently I'm doing all bust. So
Nice.
yeah, that turned out
Cool.
amazing.
That's very cool.
That turned out amazing.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to trying some of that.
Oh,
I've got a Wonder
100%.
Woman that Matt got me for Christmas, and I think that'll be really cool on her
I saw it.
costume.
The hair needs to be a little fixed.
Oh, there's a lot that needs to be fixed. She's
That's
got a lot
fine.
of pock marks on her back.
Well,
all
when
good.
that he had the same thing.
Yeah.
So when fortunately I didn't have to do a lot of sanding because this is all. But
Right, because it's all rough anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
That's
then,
all good.
but then if you look at like, I'm gonna show this off.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, that's what they need to do.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool!
Yeah,
That
that's
is
what I needed
awesome.
for. And now that I have it, I can 3D print that flat. I can
Yeah.
That's sweet.
yeah.
That's sweet.
Yeah. And this came out of my brain. I made this on Tinkercad. I didn't find this file. I made this, and it's cool and it works. And
That's cool.
I just did like you ever do edge highlights on your thing. I just basically that's what I did.
That's so cool.
It
So what
turns
fits
so-
in there now?
The microsol and microset bottles,
Okay.
and then
Knock over
these
a lot.
paints
Yeah.
will fit in there as
Okay.
well.
Okay.
But-
That's so cool.
You know, I can make that any size I want. Like if you want, because I was thinking about doing like brush holders. You know, where something like this, but on a smaller scale. Because
Right.
obviously we use a lot of, especially with figure painting, we do a lot of.
Right.
So you have same size, but they're all small tubes.
Right.
So you have one for each one.
That's cool.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
I can do
All
it.
right.
That's
Yeah.
very cool. Sorry, we're taking
So
over the
so
conversation.
so our a new thing that we have here at Mom with the Mats.
Can you see it?
Let's go full over.
More light help or?
There you go. The new Mom with the Mats microset microsole bottle holders,
That's so cool, and they look really cool up close.
because if you've ever used microset and microsole, you know these bottles.
If you used it, you'd knock one over.
Exactly. You've ever used one,
100%.
you've spilt one across the bench.
You better believe it. Better believe it. Well,
So
they won't do that now.
That's right. Let's go back to, let's see, go to the overhead. There we go.
That's how I tested it. So I'm like, okay, does this knock over? Yeah, that knocks over really easy. Then I'm like, look at that. It's not. Oh. You got a really heavy-handed. I'm pretty hand.
It's like weeble wobbles, but they don't fall down.
They don't fall down.
So let's go back to the trip can. There we go.
That's pretty sweet.
So we'll also be having some other merch later on. We got some. Let's see. Yeah, you want to?
Sure.
Grab the. Let's see, the green one. That one right there. The red one's just standard.
Well, then has everybody seen standard then?
I don't know. Yep.
Alright, tell me what you want me to show first.
Just give me one. So we'll have Ma the Mat hats. With saying Ma with the mats on. So there you see that. So
Nice.
It's
I can see it
nice.
on the back too.
yeah.
Cool. Cool.
There you go. Then we have Ma the Mat apron.
For all you modelers who don't want to get your clothes.
So yeah, so you have your Ma the Mat's aprons.
What? It's like a sign of,
Yeah.
I paint
Let's
stuff.
see. As I say, Jim, can you see me? Let's fit this over your head.
Well, we'll try. Stay.
There you go. Oh, over
Yeah.
the neck and visor. There you go. So
Nice.
just so you know, there is
I
a
could
size.
use this as a bib for like barbecue night. That's why you need,
Multi-purpose.
you need pockets and you catch all the food that you want to eat later on.
Yeah.
The snack pocket.
I wonder what this would be like if I stood up. Okay, I need a longer one,
Okay.
or at least one that has a tie down here.
But it fits over your head. And,
It fits over my head.
So you and I are definitely two different sizes.
Amen.
Yes. So
You're half the man I am today.
Let's do that red one.
And let's see, the red one here. We have red. Here's the Mom of the Mat logo on that side, and Mom of the Mat's on the back as well. So we'll have different colors for that. And our newest one, here's the back, Mom of the Mat's logo, but on the front, model on. So yeah, so we have that. So those are going to be some of our new merch stuff. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So yeah, so we'll have that up on our Bitly, which we'll be publishing on hopefully let's see, Facebook. So you can do that. We'll have hopefully an order thing probably after I get back from nationals. So just so you know. So if you guys are interested, let me know, and then
Yeah, let us know what you're interested in.
let me know what you're interested in, and we'll see what we can do. So that's how you know. So big thing there.
Stickers.
Oh yeah, and we'd also have stickers too.
Love the stickers.
Yes.
Who doesn't love stickers?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna watch this go on.
Okay.
Sorry, I won't
You're
talk
fine.
anymore.
No, you're fine.
So Ryan, let's see.
When
The
it comes to this, you have to
next
trust
hobby
the
event
process.
is going to
'Cause when you
be
first put it on, you're like,
September
oh, crap,
9th?
You're just slopping it on.
in
But
St.
That's
Louis.
what it looks like when you try it. That's why they call it the slap chop.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
the method.
It's gonna be interesting to see.
So do you do the Zenithal?
Yeah.
This works
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah,
with
I'm looking
Zenithal.
forward to that.
Yeah.
What's gonna be interesting is because they made it for minis and the very fantastical figures, and I want to use it for my busts that are military, and Wonder Woman is the most.
If you look on like YouTube, there's guys that are doing whole models, like machinery with this.
Really?
And there's a guy that painted his BattleTech minis, which I can also print, which I am working on that right now. And it looks awesome. It looks, when you do it like camouflage, you just have to be, you can't, well, with the new ones you can. With the 2.0s, you can blend them on a wet palette. You
Wow.
can mix colors just like you can with an acrylic.
Wow.
And when you do it on a wet palette, it doesn't dry out. It takes, like I use the Vallejo retardant, the dryer retardant. It takes that. I use either alcohol to thin it or the X20A from
Okay.
Tamiya sends
Okay.
it, or the Vallejo thinners will work on it as well.
Better than just water.
No, water works too.
Okay. Okay.
It's just what I haven't,
Sure.
I use a wet palette for almost everything.
Yeah. Right.
So that was the wet palette, and these, when
Uh-huh.
it comes to mini painting, was a game changer for me.
I can't wait.
I mean, there's the proof.
Here,
I
my,
mean, it
my
looks
wife is
amazing.
getting excited.
I mean, there's the proof. I mean,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
whole thing
right.
is speed painted
Right.
with an airbrush.
Yeah.
The only thing I actually used a brush on was I dry brushed a gray on the rock, and I did his eyes.
Yeah.
And I did that with standard Tamiya flat yellow with a single black line. That was
Okay,
it.
okay.
The rest was all airbrush speed paint.
Cool. That's
And
very
yes,
cool.
you can put this through an airbrush,
Yeah.
and you don't have to thin it. But just like those metallics, you have to do it on a low pressure setting.
Yep,
Otherwise, it'll
makes sense.
just spider.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
But yeah,
George says get the speed paint medium for large areas. It's less blotchy.
yeah. Well, that's why I did it with the airbrush. You cannot do big with a brush because you'll see the brush strokes.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay.
Yeah, for
Okay.
big models like
Thanks,
this,
George.
big areas, you have
Yeah.
to use an airbrush.
Yeah.
But for like Pappy or whatever,
Uh-huh.
you can use a brush, but you would want to use like one of these, something a little bit, like this one's kind of, this is my trash brush, but
Uh-huh.
this, like a filbert with, like that, or I'd even use this,
Okay. Yep. So it's very broad.
yeah,
Cool.
to cut down on the. To cut
Right.
down on it, and if you thin it down okay,
Yeah.
then it'll get rid of some of that too.
Yeah.
Because when it dries, it's gonna find all of those nooks and crannies, and if you don't get rid of them,
Yeah.
they're on there. And
Yeah.
once it's on there, it ain't
Nice.
going nowhere.
I've also heard, and this is to George, but well, anybody, that you can get the big bottles of Liquitex matte medium
I have it.
that you can use to thin this just like the
Yeah.
speed paint, but it's a lot cheaper.
Yes.
Because it's a much bigger bottle.
Yeah, I found it. They sell it at Michael's for like
Absolutely.
$6.
I see a Liquitex bottle back there. Is that what that is?
That might be it.
Oh, is it? Go ahead.
Voila. A slow dry blending medium.
That's the same
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Mine's
Yeah.
just a flat. It's a matte medium.
So, so this wouldn't be the matte, but something like that.
Yeah. But yeah, it blends with all the stuff that I have. Cause I'm cheap.
I used to use that stuff in art school.
Well, I use like Mod Podge for like waves and stuff on my stuff, and it blends with that too.
Nice.
Yeah. So I love it. I mean, the speed paints really changed my game when it came to painting miniatures. Yeah. So if you can get a set
interesting.
and start out with a few of them.
That's what I'm thinking, and that's why I kind of went through a list of what I would want, and I'm gonna see if I can get it at Nationals, or actually Miniature Market has them for $3.50 a bottle right now, which is
that's
cheap.
where I get mine.
Yeah. So.
The pallid bone.
Uh-huh.
Some of the colors actually end up darker. Like this shows really light,
Uh-huh.
but it's not.
Okay.
When you put it on there, it's more of like a light leather, not
Uh-huh.
this really light. It's darker than it should be.
Interesting. Okay.
This green, this orc skin green, is actually pretty close,
Okay.
I think.
Yeah.
The red is, if it's over white, it'll go a really soft, highlighted white. It really is awesome. This stuff, you got to trust the process on. This, it's called plasmatic bolt.
Uh-huh.
And when I
So
first put it
smart.
on there, it comes on blue.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, oh crap, I
Uh-huh,
just
what
ruined
have I
it.
done, right?
And then that's what it turns into when it's dry.
Very cool.
Ugh, turned out so
I
good.
can't wait.
Yeah, you'll like them.
Well, I can't wait until I can find some time to get down here. That's the thing. One day.
Well, I'm telling you what, if Pappy doesn't get done soon, I'm going to steal him. I'm going to finish it. That's my boy right there. You got to finish. You got to finish, Pappy.
Maybe you should. You could do it, and I probably wouldn't notice. If you finish it, I'll come down and I'm like, oh look, it's done.
I did that already. Look at me. Well, if you're going to put it in a contest, though, I want painted by.
Yes, yes.
I want
No, that would
some-
be yours then.
Some
If you
Top
did that.
billing on the credits.
Right.
No, I don't care about top billing.
Just billing.
Just billing.
Yeah. Alright.
Oh, sit down now.
Okay, sorry.
Upside down.
Very good.
So does anybody else online use the speed paint?
It sounds like George
Sound like
does.
George did.
Yeah.
Anybody else use speed paint?
I typically don't use them for modeling. To me, it's like I said, it's talent in a bottle, and it's almost cheating. It really is. But it looks so good. I mean, you can't argue with the results.
Short says there's a cool time-lapse video of what speed paint
Mm-hmm.
what speed paint do.
Yeah, all you gotta do is get on YouTube and type and look up anything that says slap chop. And that's there's a million different ways to do it, and
That is amazing. That
it looks
paint is so cool.
yeah. Oh, the color shifting?
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
all.
I'm
Wish I
gonna
could see
gloss
it.
over it tonight so we can get a idea how that's gonna look. I gotta finish the chrome on this before I can do it.
I want to look
That's
at it in the
tedious.
sunlight because I bet
It's
it would come out.
not my favorite.
Do you
but-
want the, you want to use my goggle things?
No, I
the
don't need. I
magnifier?
don't need those to do it. Really.
I almost forgot mine, and when he's like, where's your OptiView? I'm like, oh crap. I'd have gotten there and wouldn't be able to do anything.
Right. What's the highest magnification you've got on yours?
And this one,
Uh-huh.
I don't know. But I've got that one,
Yeah.
I could see,
Yeah.
Oh, yes, Michael.
Nice.
Please do.
but
Michael is going to a Clyde Cussler car museum tomorrow.
Clive
Ooh.
Cussler,
Uh-huh.
the horror writer?
Uh,
Isn't that who that was?
Not familiar with that.
so he's going to the Clive Cussler Car Museum in Denver tomorrow. Lots of 20s and 30s limos and town cars. So old school stuff.
Cool.
I thought he was a. Shows what I know.
Cool. Yeah, get some pics and post it on the group. And Corey, just to answer your question, I think we can get up to size 6X. It might be 4, 5, and 6 might be a little bit more expensive.
It's not the mat, it's fluffy.
So yeah.
Gotta have it for the fluffy folks.
We don't discriminate here.
Thank you. The two I got were in 5X and they fit great.
Good.
They're literally my two favorite shirts.
Good.
Maybe you just send us a shirt that fits you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm
just-
happy when
have
a
it
shirt
done.
fits me, period. No, that's not a lie.
Especially if it's the vinyl ones. That's
Oh.
just
Right.
That wicking
transfer.
Oh, I love that.
Right.
I shoot pool in it and I don't sweat hardly at all. I love it.
That's awesome.
Everybody's like, "You're
Oh.
a model?" I'm like,
He goes,
"Yeah,
He goes
I'm a
not
plus size model."
not Clive Barker, Clive Cussler. He wrote
Oh.
adventure novels.
Never mind. I had the first name right. I had the first name right.
It's a unique name.
Clive, I know, is Clive Owen.
Alright,
I
I am
know
It's a
working.
hot little 70s name. Hi, my name's Clive.
Okay,
Alright, do you want me to take this box upstairs or you
Sure.
want to keep it on here?
I can take it upstairs.
Alright, bye everybody.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for coming down.
And that was our segment with Kit.
Yes.
Next on the program, the Sweet 17. Or
Yes.
There you
The
go.
only 17.
The only 17.
The only 17.
Such an underrated band.
Because she's only 17. Oh, before I do that. Did not see this.
I wonder if there's
Let's
people
drop
that
that
just show
in there.
up for that. The list.
Not that I've noticed.
Here's a handy little tip. Take a Dremel, take a pill container, cut a slot in it, and then you got your own little syrups container, and they don't fall out. So I just found a rusted X-Acto knife blade that just went in there. So hey, little tip. That's just on my workbench. All right, so let's get down here. So let's see. Our only 17 one word bands, alternative rock, 1990s through the 2000s. Let's see. We'll start off with the first one here. We'll go Skillet versus Creed. So there you go.
I'm gonna go Skillet.
Creed's back.
Are they really?
Yeah, they're doing a summer of.
Did he finally get out of rehab?
He's been out for quite a while.
Have he?
He's been doing a solo album tour and all that.
He was a bit of an alcoholic.
Just a little bit. They're doing a summer of 1999 cruise
Oh,
that is already sold out.
Wow.
that does not surprise me at all.
Creed for me, for sure. I can't.
Creed for you. You said, what'd you say?
Skillet.
He says
Skillet? Creed.
Anything Mark Tremonti, I'm like, yes.
I like Skillet.
George says Creed. Michael says Creed. Ken says Creed.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm batting 1,000 again tonight.
Y'all got your arms wide open.
Oh God. Doo-doo-doo.
Here all night.
Tip your waitress.
Yeah, that cruise went on sale last Wednesday. It was sold out yesterday.
Were you trying to go to the cruise?
I really want to see them live, and I was pissed when they announced they were doing a cruise and not a tour. And that cruise is...
Oh, they're not touring. They're just doing the
they're
cruise.
just doing the cruise for
that's-
now. But that cruise is perfectly spaced over my wedding.
Oh. So
Or
you
else-
wouldn't have been able to go anyway.
No. Tyler said we would have done everything we could to make it work if it wasn't over our wedding. So,
Would have been
thanks,
awesome.
Creed.
Would have been an awesome honeymoon though.
Would have been awesome.
I always wanted to go on a cruise.
And we're
That
going
wasn't
to,
in the Navy.
We're going.
I should
yeah,
say.
Not the one you had to work.
Yeah.
No, we're going to this adults only resort in Mexico.
That's awesome. I think I would like to do that. I don't want to see no kids.
That's what that was one of my prerequisites. Like, if we're going to a resort, it's gonna be adults only.
Who can act like kids anyway?
We got
Exactly.
We got screaming kids at home. I don't need to go on
Right.
vacation.
I mean, you don't go on vacation to see the screaming kids.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm 100% behind
Ken
that.
never heard of Skillet. Oh, you're missing out,
Oh.
Ken.
Yeah. They are.
Some of the heavier '90s music.
Even now,
Yeah, that's true.
they're still going now.
Everything from the Collide album on up is good stuff.
And a new one, There's a Psycho in My Head, is an awesome song.
Seen them twice.
Well, it was funny because most of the bands we were talking about the last time, I had seen most of those too. Like Kiss, I can't even tell you how many times I've seen them.
All right, closing the votes down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, Creed's
Not
moving
sure
on.
I have included Skillet. They started as a Christian band, and I don't know anybody outside the Christian circles knew who they were until the 90s were out, or were over. Ken
be
goes,
fair-
I live under the stairs.
To be fair,
I didn't know they were a Christian band.
well,
They're not now, but
the phrase Christian rock is an oxymoron.
I agree. Well, Striper.
Eh.
To hell with the devil.
All right, so let's see. We'll go over, something I just quenched versus a band that Jim likes, Saliva versus Evanescence.
Effervescence.
Effervescence. The
Evanescence.
7-Up band.
Yes.
Wow, Saliva and Evanescence.
So vote in the chat. Saliva,
That one's hard.
Evanescence.
Saliva for me, for sure.
I'm an Amy Lee fan. I gotta go with Evanescence on that one.
Okay.
I mean, nobody can beat her voice. She is just amazing.
Have you heard her live?
I have.
You have?
I have.
Okay.
Her and Izzy Hale from Hailstorm
Okay.
as a duet. Oh, wow.
Nice.
Amazing.
What'd they sing?
Oh, what was it they sang? They did a slower song. They did one of Hailstorm's slower songs. I think it was either Hell is for Children, because she did a remake of that, which is an amazing, or in Your Room by
It
Hailstorm.
might have been in your room, but I think I've seen YouTube.
Yeah,
The visit there. That'd be good.
yeah. It was good. I'm a big fan of Lizzie Hale. That's my goal. That's
George
my
said 7-Up.
7-Up. That's Evanescence. Thank you. Gotta win at least
Michael
one.
said Evanescence.
I mean, Saliva's good too. Click, click, boom. Love that.
Click, click, boom, always. Superstar. They're good even after they changed singers.
Didn't they do a song called The Boss's Daughter? Who is that?
Poppy.
Ah, people. You're right.
I like them.
I like them too.
Saw them once. Got their drumstick.
They're coming into town soon.
They're
Let's see.
coming to Jeff City, which
Evanescence.
I thought was an odd choice.
For a concert? Where the hell are they going to play?
Yeah, that's what I said.
At the Capitol?
No, I think they're playing. Look it up. It wasn't like a
Alright, let's see.
venue like.
Michael goes, I listen to Christian black metal. That is an oxymoron.
That is an oxymoron.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I
Mike.
love Jesus, I love Jesus. That doesn't, it doesn't even sound right. But hey, whatever.
You know, we all know the best bands are the more closely they are related to Satan, the better they are.
Alright,
I mean, the Prince of Darkness.
Okay.
Do we need to say anymore?
Ken goes, I don't know either one, but I'm going to go with saliva since I can't spell effervescence.
EVAN sense.
Let's see. I got to vote still.
Amy Lee. She's
Yeah.
hot. She's hot. She's hot. She's got
I'm
a
going
good
to go
voice.
with Evanescence then.
Evanescence. He almost did. Gonna go with 7-Up. Haha, it's the refreshing one.
Alright. We're going to go with something you need to get around versus some people that you might deal with on a daily basis. So we're going to do a fuel versus tool.
Oh, wow. And believe me, in my job, I do deal with a lot of tools.
Tool.
I'm gonna go with Tool on this one.
Alright.
Tool,
It's hard to beat. Or,
the songs are so long.
wow, what a diva thing to say.
It's just,
I like them, but their music is like really long.
they just take forever to get to the point. But the quality of song is better overall.
Come on, Jesus wants the freaking whistle.
Tool.
Wow. Michael, George, and Ken. Tool. Wow.
Yeah, it's hard to beat Tool.
Tool goes on.
Yeah.
Alright.
Don't get me wrong, I like,
And you
I like
think
Tool.
Iron Maiden fans are bad? Tool fans are rabid.
Yeah, Tool fans are out there for sure.
Alright, let's see.
I don't even think I've even heard any Fuel.
You've heard of Hemorrhage for sure.
Oh,
And Shimmer.
yeah. Is that the name of the band? Really? Okay, I didn't know. Look at me
Let's go to the
learning
bottom
and
part of this
stuff.
one. So,
The one, yeah, the Hemorrhage. In my hands, in my hands.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the most popular song.
I always thought that was like a one-hit wonder thing.
alright. So we're going to the bottom of our
I
bracket.
think it
So
was
we're
a
going to do
hit.
Korn versus Nickelback. Korn versus Nickelback.
I'm going to make a very unpopular choice and say Nickelback. Because I don't really care for Korn.
I like Nickelback way more than Korn, but I like both.
So which one are you going with?
Nickelback.
Nickelback, okay.
And here I thought that would have been a
They
very
have
unpopular
they have
choice.
undeserved hate.
They really do. And I'm not a fan of Canadians by any stretch of the imagination, but I like them.
Ken says Korn.
We had a guy at work that would, you put Nickelback on the radio and he would leave. He hated them.
Really hate them.
Oh, he did. Of course
Michael says Nickelback.
So of course I played all the Nickelback I could get a hold of. 'Cause that's just the kind of guy I am.
George says Nickelback.
Wow.
Cool.
Alright.
Maybe it wasn't as unpopular as I thought.
Wow.
I think the age of hating on Nickelback's fine.
Well, I hope so.
I will say I do like their Burn It Down song.
Hell, that whole album was it Long Road Home or whatever?
That's Dark Horse, I think.
Alright, Nickelback's moving on. Alright. Just
all the right reasons.
All the
All right. The band that ushered in the death of hair metal. Nirvana versus Godsmack.
I would argue that Soundgarden is more responsible for that.
Really?
I'm gonna say Godsmack.
Soundgarden's first album was like 1988.
Okay.
Nirvana's first album was like
91.
I think
Or
Nirvana is
90?
incredibly
Pretty sure.
overrated. So I'm gonna say Godsmack.
Matt, what'd you say? You go-
Nirvana.
You go with Nirvana?
I knew you were going there.
Like both.
I like some of their music, but and I do believe that Kurt Cobain was murdered.
For sure.
I think he committed suicide, and it's sad, but yeah.
Courtney Love did it.
Oh.
Has something to do with it.
I think she totally has something to do with it.
And that's why she's been a drunk her whole life and she can't get over it.
Oh, let's see.
Well, if she did it, why would she feel guilty about it?
Godsmack.
Oh, probably
That was
because
her
she
meal
didn't.
ticket.
Well, she didn't
Godsmack.
benefit from it, like she thought she would.
Nirvana.
But Godsmack, oh, love that band.
We're just in town.
No,
They were in St. Louis the night you were at the ball game.
Yeah. I wanted to go to that instead. Let's support family.
I took Wendy to the Metallica concert. She loved it. I didn't think she would.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Godsmack.
There we go. I love how I'm converting it.
All right, let's see. Let's go. Disturbed versus Incubus. Disturbed.
Disturbed. That's not even a contest. Yeah.
I got tickets to see them.
I've seen them twice, and it's funny because Dramian sounds just like he does on the album. What a great voice he's got.
Powerful.
Yes. And he does it with all that jewelry in his mouth. I don't get it.
He doesn't wear that anymore.
Oh, he doesn't have all the stuff in his lip or what?
No.
Huh. It didn't ruin his singing, did it?
No. Sounds the same. He just grew up.
That's true. You all have to do it eventually.
Ken says Disturbed.
Alright.
I would argue that most people that aren't music fans probably don't even know who Incubus is.
George says Incubus,
Oh.
and Michael says
Most people
Disturbed.
probably know Pardon Me.
Yeah.
Disturbed moved on though. All right.
Have not seen them, but Tyler has seen them a bunch.
Who Disturbed?
And,
Incubus.
Bush versus Creed.
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 Bush got one good album. Their first album.
Wasn't it Silverchair?
Silverchair's a different band.
Oh.
It's a one-word band.
It was Glycerine.
Yeah, Glycerine album.
Yeah.
Other album.
Actually had that.
Razor
I'm still
Blades,
going Creed.
Razor Blade Suitcase. I believe.
Yes.
Razor Blade Suitcase.
Michael goes Disturbed is playing back home Saturday, but I'll still be in Colorado.
Ooh.
They put on a good show. They really do.
Michael, where's Michael from?
Arkansas, down by
Arkansas.
They playing
down
Little
by
Rock now?
Little Rock.
Yeah. Love Little Rock. Little Rock, Texarkana. It's one of my favorite parts of the country. Used to drive through there all the time.
Yeah, Disturbed's rendition of Sound of Silence.
Oh, amazing. I would argue that it's on par with the Simon and Garfunkel.
My favorite rendition of that was a show the Disturbed did, I think it was in Texas, when they had Miles Kennedy from Alter Bridge.
Love
do
Miles Kennedy. Well, Miles Kennedy used to sing for Kenny Wayne Shepherd too. Now, I liked him in Alter Bridge too. I liked Alter Bridge.
That's
I like
my-
his voice.
That's my jam. As you may see on the side of
Alter Bridge, yeah.
it. Favorite band of all times.
Mine was
Him,
Rush, but it
him,
didn't win.
and him and David Draymond sang that in duet form, and it was
Ooh.
just fantastic.
I bet that would have been good.
I'll send it to you.
Oh, Northwest Arkansas, Springdale.
Springdale.
All right, let's see. George says Creed. Ken says Creed. Michael says Bush.
Bush latte.
Bush Latte.
Oh,
And I'm gonna go Bush, but Creed moves on no matter what. All right. Let's see. Soundgarden versus Seether.
Soundgarden.
I'm glad I picked some good combinations here. I was just randomly placing them today. So.
That one's kind of hard, but I like Seether, but Soundgarden.
I love more Seether songs overall. Well, that's unfair because they've been putting out music longer since Chris Cornell.
I was gonna say he died.
So that, yeah, by default they had just a bigger discography, so it's really hard to judge it like that. That's well, I mean, go from that.
Come on, Black Hole Sun. He did what's the one he sang with Eddie Vedder?
And then he did his Audio Slave
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
I can't judge it off of Audio Slave though, because we're talking purely sound. So I can't judge like that.
You could. We just.
He's not
It
going
wouldn't
to.
be fair into the rules that have been given to me. I would feel wrong. It would feel wrong going with Seether, even though I like their stuff more, because there's more of it to like. So I have to go.
Happy with Soundgarden?
Have to.
All right, Soundgarden was a sweep then.
Yep. You were you were the deciding vote. Should be proud. Chris Cornell is shining upon you right now.
All right. And the last of our opening round, Slipknot versus Candlebox.
Slipknot.
That's just a hard comparison. That's not a hard comparison to choose from, as in that's the very two ends of the extreme.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like beer and chocolate.
It's all chocolate beer. It's not.
That's so gross.
It's not.
That can't be good. That doesn't even sound good.
Not. That Yingling with Hershey's in it.
Ooh.
Not.
Kudos for experimenting, but gross.
Slipknot, even though I'm not particularly a huge fan. A little too screamy for me. I prefer Stone Sour. That is a two-word.
Yes.
We know Steve would say Slipknot.
Let's see. Slipknot, Slipknot, Slipknot. So we got 3 for Slipknot.
I didn't try to do this, but I managed to do the wiper arms silver and the blades black. I wasn't trying to do that. It's just how it ended
I
up.
love those happy little mistakes.
Oh, cool.
Hey, it's your world. You put the trees wherever you want them.
George says Slipknot. Ken says Candlebox. Michael says Slipknot. Candlebox's first album's a masterpiece.
Yes. All right, Slipknot moves on then. 4-2. All right, let's see.
Take this off and then do the last little bits. About the order some
Okay, I think these are gonna be some hard ones. Godsmack versus Soundgarden.
Ooh. Oh, that's not even fair.
Hey, you're the ones voting for it.
Soundgarden.
I gotta go Godsmack. I would much rather listen to between the two. If I had the choice, it's going to be Godsmack. it's tough.
There we got Godsmack and Soundgarden. Soundgarden.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if I lost that one.
Hey, see if anybody else needs a vote. And Matt, what'd you say again?
Soundgarden.
Jim? Godsmack.
Godsmack.
Okay. 1, 2. So 2. Three. Yeah, we got a tie.
Uh-oh.
Got a tie.
Coin. The coin of decision.
This time I actually got a real coin. I actually found a real quarter with real heads and the traditional tails on it instead
So
of.
Teddy didn't have to guess what it was.
Right, yeah. So.
Which one's actually tails?
And Godsmack's gonna be heads, Soundgarden tails.
It would be heads.
Heads, alright. Godsmack moves on
Godsmack
due
moves
to
on.
the coin flip. Okay.
Something tells me that's not going to be the only coin flip we're going to end up having.
I'm knowing it. So. Creed versus Tool. Creed versus Tool.
Wow. I think I'm going to go Tool on that one.
I'm going to be the unpopular. I want to say Creed on that.
Hmm.
That was an odd cap on this book. How does that manage to do that?
Yeah, I'm going to say Tool on that one.
Michael says Creed. Will you flip a Nickelback for Nickelback? Ken says Tool. George says Tool.
Like that.
Tool.
If
Tool.
the likelihood any of us having a nickel on us is probably
That's true. I ain't got nothing.
Don't keep change.
I keep change on my desk drawer.
Put it in my change jar.
Yeah.
That's where it stays.
That's where it stays. Except for quarters. Quarters go in my pool case. Quarters are
Is
for
there another
nothing
one
but
of
pool.
those floating around?
There is. I just added. Yep.
If you can reach it without knocking over all your stuff.
Man, I'm all spread out over here. I'm just taking over the joint.
Alright. Three Creed, 3 Tool.
Is it really?
Yep. Creed heads, Tool tails.
It's heads. I guess that's Creed moving on.
Creed moving on due to coin flip. Okay, Slipknot versus Nickelback.
Oh, wow.
Nickel knot.
Or Slipback.
Flip back.
I'm gonna go Slipknot.
Nickelback for me.
Alright.
Me and Matt too are not seeing eye to eye this evening.
Like what? I guess. Ken says Nickelback. George says Nickelback.
Wow.
George spelled it with a K-N. Michael says Nickelback. And then George says without the K.
Alright. Alright. Disturbed versus Evanescence.
Ouch.
Disturbed.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Disturbed. Sorry, Amy. I still love you. Yeah, well, maybe I'll have to find another future ex-Mrs. Lord. Actually, I don't think I would date her. Mine would actually have to be, believe it or not, Miranda Lambert. I actually tried. When I heard that her and Blake Shelton broke up, I messaged her on her Facebook page. I said, if you're ever in Missouri, of course I was single at the time, you know, I told her, I said, if you're ever in Missouri and you want to go slumming, let me know. She never replied back, but hey, you can't get the ring if you don't read for it.
You gotta risk it to get the biscuit.
That's right. You know, what if she'd have come back and go, sure? I'm like,
Michael says the stir, Ken says the stir, George says effervescent.
effervescence.
Alright, that's painted. Set it down upside down.
Set it down there.
Running out of places don't belong to this thing.
Alright, so I have to say, I have new respect for Bob.
Bob. Bob.
Bob. From IPMS. Yes. He built this kit.
Which one?
You've judged this kit.
Oh yeah.
This kit is a piece of garbage.
Is it an Italari?
No,
Yeah.
it's a Hasegawa, but it's an old scale Hasegawa. And
155.
millimeter gun.
What scale?
1/72. It's tiny. But just in this little section with the wheels, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 pieces just for these wheels.
Wow.
Everything has been sanded twice.
And they still don't fit together.
And they still don't fit together. The tires do not line up, they do not match up.
Yeah, it looks like it's going off road.
Yeah. No. The wheels have got to all over be on the ground. No, they're not. They're nowhere even close. Piece of garbage.
Well, part of it is that you got these parts here are actually hitting the ground more.
Yeah.
Do those roll up?
Yeah.
Okay. Because those are the jack stands.
Right. Once deployed.
Once deployed.
Right. Yep. Absolute garbage.
Should be an LR.
Yeah.
Weren't you the one that always told me, yeah, I like those older kids?
I do. Normally.
When they scream.
Alright, let's see. So it looks like Disturbed's moving on. Alright, here's our final four. Creed versus Nickelback.
Wow. I was waiting for this moment. Knew they were going to come up against each other. Two of the most hated 2000s rock bands. For no
Ever.
good reason.
Well, and I agree. But I am going to go Nickelback. Yeah. Shut up, all you haters. Come on, you know you want.
Nickelback has a larger discography.
You want to go Nickelback? I can feel it. I can hear it. I can hear your brain going. Come on. Come on. Look at this photograph.
just for the fact that I have a picture of the frame in that music video, he's holding the photograph. I have a framed picture of that still
Oh.
because it's hilarious for one. Then whenever it comes to my house, like okay with this photograph. And it's that. So yeah, Nickelback for sure
Yeah.
on
Alright.
this one. I'm
Alright.
sorry, Mark Tremonti. You are God.
He'll survive. If Geddy Lee will survive, so will Mark.
Alright. Creed moved, or let's see. Creed got 2, Nickelback got 4, so Nickelback moves on. So
Wow.
now, here's where I really want to see a big throwdown: Godsmack versus Disturbed.
Disturbed.
That's not even fair.
For me, it's easy. I like Godsmack. I was Disturbed. Disturbed my jam.
This one hurts my soul.
Sorry.
This one hurts my soul. Yeah, this one hits me right in the feels.
This one left you stupefied. Michael says not fair, but disturbed. Ken says Godsmack.
I think I'm gonna vote last.
Okay.
Time to reflect.
Yeah. Well, that's a hard one. 2 of my favorite bands ever. I mean, I fell in love with Godsmack well before I ever discovered Disturbed, but I like Disturbed. I've got more of their albums.
Let the hate flow through.
I'm a Jedi. Like
Get a
my
regular-
father before me.
You had a regular pencil with an eraser?
I can't guarantee how well the eraser is on it.
And I'm not using it
there.
for its intended purpose.
Okay.
I don't think anything on this bench has been used for its intended purpose.
Alright.
I know them scissors haven't.
Yeah.
I've never heard of anybody using scissors to cut sprue. You're the only one I know that does that.
Yeah.
You two are the only 2
I
that I
don't
know.
usually do that.
You don't.
No, I use my snips.
I mean, it works.
So you never watched Phil Flory build models before?
He doesn't do it with scissors, does he?
Yeah, that's where I got him from. I saw him use this. I was like,
Really?
it was a game changer.
Oh man.
Game changer for me, baby.
George is not voted.
Is it tied right now?
Let's see.
There's at least 2 for Disturbed.
It's 2-1 right now.
Godsmack.
Well, I'm gonna make it a tie then.
You go Godsmack?
I'm gonna go Godsmack.
Alright.
I'm making it a tie then. Because
Won't be a part of the problem. Be part of the
that's
solution.
no, that's just the guy I am. This is gonna sound like a really weird question. Do you have a pair of hemostats?
For those locking tweeters.
Yeah, the locking.
Reverse ones. Jim's UC, the newest Indiana Jones.
I have not.
It's
I'm actually.
fantastic.
Is it really good? I've
I
actually been
loved it.
afraid to see it.
I loved it.
I did. I wasn't a big fan of.
Crystal Skull sucked. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
This one.
Well, and there were parts of that were okay, but
I just didn't care for the alien crap.
really,
No.
kind of like that.
Or interdimensional beings.
They were aliens. Let's
Yeah.
call it what it is.
Then they made it a point to say they were interdimensional beings, but I thought it was even more lame. George says he doesn't get the scissor thing. and he voted Disturbed. And Ken says I used to use nutcrackers to open testers bottles.
Oh, I still have a pair of those. I use them for the Tamiya bottles, so that's, yeah. I actually have a favorite pair of channel locks too for that very purpose.
I was a kid at the time and didn't have pairs. Ingenuity. Adapt over time.
Is the mother of invention.
Just like the board adapted over time. You too shall adapt.
Resistance is futile. We will add your distinctiveness to our own.
This is the best Star Trek package.
Oh, I totally agree. Where'd I go again?
She wanted to be a part of the problem.
No, I want to vote. I'm trying to remember what I voted.
You voted Godspeck because you wanted to.
Yeah, that's right. 'Cause I'm a rebel.
Rebel without a call.
Rebel without a clue.
Ken says that's brutal, George. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Use the door to open it. I'm gonna go Disturbed.
Because you want to be a part of the problem too.
Yeah.
That's the solution. It's not tied.
Okay, last call. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Locking down the vote.
Demon alcohol. I'll get you. A very underrated album, I must say.
Okay. Finals. Oh, gotta put it in. Oh, we have enough chat in there. So, Nickelback versus Disturbed. Nickelback versus Disturbed. Vote now in the chat.
Disturbed.
Yeah,
Disturbed.
it's too easy.
Not showing any hate to Nickelback, but Disturbed.
As much as I'd love Nickelback taking on W.
Maybe redeem their Canadian asses. No, it's got to be Disturbed. Yeah.
I can only handle so much Disturbed though for me. I can listen to Nickelback every once, and it's like, oh yeah, I like that. We can go with that. So I'm going with Nickelback on that one. And never mind.
Why?
Michael says Disturbed. George says Disturbed.
Oh.
Ken, you gonna?
George says wedge the cap along the door hinge edge. It works.
Yeah.
See now, is it bad that I want to go home and actually try that?
That's like popping open a.
Are you talking about the testers or the Tamiya bottles?
It's like popping open a beer on your car door.
Because the last time I tried it on a tester's bottle with a pair of pliers, I actually crushed the bottle.
Ken says Disturbed.
Alrighty. Alright. And our winner tonight.
Yay!
Of the only 17 one-word bands, alternative rock 90s through 2000.
He's a new metal band.
Disturbed.
One of the alt rock ones made it past the
Yeah.
first round, I believe.
I consider them alt rock because they play them on the point still.
Is the point even still around?
Yeah. Thank you for voting.
I remember when the point was good.
Yeah, they have strayed pretty far.
You know, and that's maybe that's part of it because I was never. Maybe that's part of my dislike of Nirvana. I mean, I like me some Dave Grohl. I'm actually glad that he was able to get out from under Chris Cobain's shadow so he could actually shine. Because I mean, think about it. There would be no Foo Fighters without Kurt Cobain's death.
This is true.
See, Mike says let's stick around, but the in-laws don't have internet, and I've used enough data tonight. All right, Michael, thank you for joining us.
Goodbye, Michael.
So, Michael, thank you.
Goodbye, Michael.
And Michael, if you let's see, you need to message me about next week, let me know.
I'm sorry, Michael. I just can't do that right now.
Oh, good night. It's been a blast. Oh, have a blast in Nance. Yep. Yeah, I wish you could be there, dude. Next year it's in Wisconsin. Remember, September 9th, St. Louis.
Milwaukee, Algonquin for the good land.
We like cheese.
Oh, they love their cheese there. That is 100% true. Actually, I like I almost said it the wrong way. Milwaukee. Well, I went there the last time I traveled there. I ordered a Budweiser, and they looked at me like I had a horn growing out of my head.
Order Miller.
Yeah, that's a Miller town for sure. They gave it to me though. I'm like, dude, I'm from St. Louis. What do you want me to do?
It's Miller time. Champagne.
I do like Miller High Life, the champagne beers. I do actually like it. That was actually my first beer that my dad let me drink. I didn't say it was a good beer, but I did get to drink it.
Gotta sip some PBR
Ooh.
after my dad got done cutting grass. That was his thing. He'd have a Pabst Blue Ribbon right after cutting grass. The hotter it was, the better it tasted.
Well,
Outside.
Well, it's like Stag. Deer pee in a can. It's the same thing. It's horrible. And then being from Texas, of course, you better like Lone Star or you're going to get thrown out of the state. I can't stand that beer.
Ken's gonna run. All right, Ken.
Don't run too far.
Have a good night, sir.
We shall gloss.
That's fine. Hello, compressor.
Thanks, Ken.
It's not a smudge. Must not smudge.
Smudging is bad. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Completely underrated movie, that one.
Usually sticking to the rubber mat.
Oops.
Yeah. Come on. once it's on top of that snowy down, that's so much better. I was like, there ain't no way that's going in there.
I hear the sarcasm.
Okay.
It's palatable.
See, John, if you're watching, are you going to nationals?
I'm committed now.
Either commit you or commit you.
Well, you might have to. I want to try to keep it rolling, but I'm not going to be able to get in there and paint. Luckily, that it's molded in, in German gray, so we'll find out.
George, you get your hobby bench all set up and everything from your move? I know last week you were still...
Gussie.
Ooh. If that's the future?
Yes.
I don't know why that stuff works like that.
And they cake it on there. Like,
Do you ever have any issues with it, like cracking?
cracking? No.
When I did my Mustang, it cracked. Now I don't know if that was the paint underneath, or if that was the clear.
The spider?
Yeah.
Typically it's the paint. I have that happen when I spray paint, or when I have tried to spray paint.
Yeah.
It's always been gloss paints though.
Well, and that's what this was. It was a silver gloss. But it also happened on my V25, the Mitchell, and that was flat, but that was Vallejo. So that's one of the reasons why I stopped using it. And also the silver on the Mustang was Vallejo as well, so maybe that's it. I'm thinking that might be it.
Alright. Coming together. Hobby room's still a mess of boxes. Why? Oh, he hasn't taken any pictures. That's why. Gotcha. That's all right.
Glossed color shift.
It'll level. Sorry, Starfield. Love the way that turned out. I love the way that turned out.
Now, I wonder when he glossed. Were you able to see the difference when he glossed it?
I can see the difference in the gloss for sure, but I can see the color shift.
Okay.
It just shifts to varying shades of Gary.
Right.
Instead of usually 50 Shades of Gary.
It's about 4.
What's mine say? Sweet. What's mine say?
Dude.
What's mine say?
Sweet.
Underrated movie.
I agree.
Yep.
Zoltan.
Come on, don't stick. Come on. Yep. Nothing stuck. But now with the drive gear on it, you can actually see how wide they really are, and that's why.
That's excessive.
I agree. I agree
I think
100%.
that extra couple layers made a difference on the traction, or how it moved, or how fast it moved.
Well, I mean, the Tiger 1 was one of the most feared tanks in World War II. Sherman drivers hated seeing Tigers because they were hard to kill.
You had to hit him in the butt.
Had to hit them in the butt. I'm committed now. Wow. Wow. Are you burning something over there?
Am I burning something? Does it smell like toast?
No.
Might be having stroke.
If I smell toast, I'm having a stroke.
Usually that they symptom the first sign of stroke.
I've been an EMT for 11 years. 14 years. I don't know if I've ever heard that before.
That's what I've always.
Excuse me, sir, are you smelling toast? Oh, well, we need to get you to the hospital right away. Cinnamon toast? It's too late for you. You're
yeah,
done.
yes.
You're done. You're done.
Cinnamon toast.
Wow. That is a bucket load of bogey wheels.
Freaking paint bleed through. Ah!
Don't you do it.
Why do I tape you if you're just gonna screw me?
Okay. I can make that work. I can do that. Oh, come on, really?
Yeah, they're getting a little warm. Okay.
Ain't good.
I was down here editing photos last night, and I was getting tired of that light just blazing in my face. So I did a little post-it notes right right in this little area here, so I didn't have to
Oh,
see it.
no
So
glare?
So it gave me a little shade. And I was like, why is it really dark down here? And then I'm looking on the camera, I'm like, why is it really dark down there?
And now we know why.
Yes,
And knowing is half the battle.
that's right.
The more you know.
John wants to know, curious, what type of glue do you guys use?
Well,
Depends.
for me, there is only one type of glue. And that would be the mighty well, we can go over there.
TMEX then. That's Jim's glue of choice.
Yeah. Quick set is, well, this is supposed to be the quick drying, but there's actually a version of this that actually dries faster,
Yes. That's it.
and that would be quick setting.
This is Matt 2's favorite, along with regular Tamiya, the quick set.
All three in conjunction.
And I will agree, I use the extra thin, regular orange Tamiya cement. I also do have some gel super glue that I need periodically.
Gel super glue's good.
I do have some Insecure that I use for certain fiddly things.
That's the only super glue I use. That stuff there.
And
It's
then
not made by Schaefer's though. It's actually made by another company, but that's
also
what I used
have-
to use for my RC planes.
I also use Kicker at times for that.
Yeah, I got me some of that the other day. Love that stuff.
And let's see, and then for my windshields, Elmer's Clear.
Oh, I use the
Or if I'm feeling adventurous,
yeah,
Micro Crystal Clear.
that's what I use.
Like if I need to like really cover up where I need to make a window or something like that, I use that instead.
Yeah, for my canopies, it's nothing but micro crystal clear.
Let's see, canopy glue. Canopy glue, Micro Crystal Clear, or Clear Elmer's, depending on what I'm
Look
feeling.
at that. I got one more to put on, and that's not the drive or the idler wheel.
It's just like a stack of
It
It's
is.
like a stack of pancakes.
It is. It literally is. But when you look at it from the side, it looks really cool.
Yeah.
The problem is that it's not fully secure, which is good because I want it to roll, which it was not really meant to do that. But if I got to put the metal tracks on, I got to slowly feed it in there, and it's got to roll. The problem that I run into is that, like back here, I have to really finagle that idler on there, bend it just a hair to get that on there. So that's the idler, and then there be the drive sprocket.
Oh, man, Jim, I meant to ask, do you still want wheel weights?
Yes, do you have any?
Not on me, but I was going to ask you before
The
today.
pure lead and the metable, the
Pure
metable,
zinc.
the meltable lead or whatever. Yes, yes, I do. I use them for nose weights. They make great nose weights. I had a whole bunch of them when I was flying RC because you use them for center of gravity stuff for balancing the planes, but I evidently used it all. Oh, come on, get up there, get up there. One more for this side. There you go. No screws. Start all over again on the
Alright.
John, what do you use for glue? What's your glue of choice?
GTO.
Let's see, George, what's your glue of choice?
The goat.
Well, once this stuff dries, the tinker.
Wall up. Look at that. It's whiter than the hull.
Unnecessary.
It sounds like an SNL skit. Unnecessary German engineering.
Let's over-engineer it.
Oh, they did everything too. But they were the first country to come up with a jet.
Yep.
Of course, we were the first country to shoot one down.
Take that.
Chuck Yeager, first man to ever shoot down a jet.
Come on. I need a picture of your.
Wow. Alright, let's see if we can screw this up again.
Second side, same as the first.
Well, yeah. You know, I hate jigsaw puzzles. Did I ever tell you how much I hate jigsaw puzzles? So it's
Come on!
My perk.
So 8.
Where are the pieces? Where in the real bumper?
Where's that?
Well, let's see. George uses Tamiya, but is about to try some GSI guns, the major non-Tamiya brand from Japan. Let's see.
Mr. Glue. That's what they call everything else.
Let's see. If you are referring to possibly
Yeah, Mr. Cement.
Mr. Cement Deluxe or Mr. Cement S, it's basically the same as anything that comes in a thing like this or larger. So my students bought this. My students had trouble with this. I tried some of this. Not a fan. Not a fan. Oh, John even uses rubber cement on dioramas.
For what?
How do you use rubber cement for dioramas, John? So yes, I do not recommend. This does not get the Molly the Math stamp of approval. Now, here's this one. Here's the S. Let's see. We'll do this.
Is it too thick? Is it not?
We'll do the sniff test.
Oh.
Smell this.
You know, that's usually a bad sign.
What does it smell like?
Oh. Tulio. It actually smells like Tamiya.
Nah.
No, wait a minute, hold on.
There's an alcohol smell to it, I think.
Dude, it smells like vinegar. What do you smell?
Like rubbing alcohol.
Yeah?
Yeah.
With a little splash of vinegar in it. Probably
Yeah.
is. It's probably, you know what it smells like? It smells like MEK. Have you ever smelled MEK before?
Yeah.
That's what it smells like. It probably is.
Oh, and it has a brush applicator. Oh, and look, it fell off.
It fell off. Maybe you should glue it back on.
Here's the Mr. Cement Deluxe. Let's pull out this. It's got a big old brush on it.
Look at that thick.
Do the sniff test on that one.
Oh yeah,
Exactly.
that's definitely MEK.
This will stink up your hobby room.
Wow.
And oh, there's the paintbrush for it. It has a paintbrush. Use it for gluing down shrubs.
Shrubs. Like, not like static grass?
A shrubbery.
A shrubbery.
Huh.
So George, I would just go with Tamiya.
Yeah.
We
It's
will save you the time and money.
Yes, it's cheap, it's easy to find, and it works.
And The Mr. Cement Deluxe is,
It's not cheap.
well, look how it.
Well, I can't say anything. Mine's clouded up too, but
No, but look how thick.
yeah, that's
it's
thick.
This stuff is thick.
You
This
can-
stuff is thicker than.
I was gonna say you can do the same thing with that.
And doesn't. This doesn't. No, I'll do it.
Yeah. Yeah, I bet that doesn't
Yeah,
smell.
that don't
nearly
even
as
smell.
bad.
That has no. This has no
This
smell.
actually doesn't have any odor to it at all. I don't
So
think.
yeah, so
You know, I never smelled it.
but everything else they make is awesome. Sad face. Yes, agreed. They need to improve their glue.
Yeah.
Or
Oh, I love their
or excuse me,
paints.
let me rephrase that. Their adhesive for plastic styrene surfaces.
Their decal solutions is actually really good. I do prefer Solvaset myself, but I have used that and it's not bad. I have never used their glue, but
To educate.
of course, the moment I found Timmy extra thin, there was no going back.
Yes. Oh, I already bought it. Oh.
Yeah, might as well use it. Maybe you'll like it. A lot of people do.
John says the knights who say knee, since we were talking about shrubbery.
Your father smelled some elderberries.
Your mother was a hamster.
I
Of
thought.
course I'm French. Can't you tell by this ridiculous accent?
I thought in your general direction.
John, you're one of us.
But it's just a flesh wound.
I know better.
Isn't your whole arm's off? No, it isn't.
It's just a flesh wound. Come back, I'll bite you.
You will bite your legs off.
Pull the pin on ye bully hand grenade.
Yep,
Not once, not twice, but thrice.
5 is right out. 3, that's being the woman.
Still one of my favorite Monty Python movies ever. The funniest thing in the world is watching the king and every one of his troop hit the coconuts together to make the sound of the clopping horses as they're just walking.
How do you know he's the king?
Thought we were an autonomous collective.
We are an autonomous collective.
No, I'm being repressed.
Oh, you are not! Stop it! How far does the swallow fly? Is that an African or American swallow?
I don't know that.
Oh!
The airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow. What is your favorite color? Blue. No, green.
Oh! See, now I want to go home and watch that movie. That and, what was it, The Light, not The
Life
Light.
of Brian.
Is that the one? Every sperm is sacred.
Always look on the bright side of life.
Morning. Good morning, the fish in the tank.
Life of Brian, and then there's
Meaning of life.
Meaning of Life.
That's it, the meaning of life.
Yes.
Fuck off, I'm full. But it's just a wafer thin mint.
John opened the door.
Mm-hmm. It's his fault.
It's all John's fault.
Could you get that for me, Deirdre? She squirts out another baby.
John Cleese is coming to the factory. To do
Is
some
he still
sort of-
alive?
Yeah, he's doing some sort of tour
Wow.
where he's telling stories, and
Okay, so
that would be
see-
interesting to go see for sure.
saw this advertised on Facebook. Where is the Hawthorne at now? What?
I've never been
The
there.
Hawthorne Inn?
No, it just said the Hawthorne.
I think they changed it from the Hawthorne Inn to just the Hawthorne.
No, this is
It's
like an events like place where they're gonna be like
Venue.
venue.
I don't know. Never been
St. Charles? I don't know.
Okay. I
Maybe.
saw that. I was like, oh, that's Matt. He'll know.
there. Yeah.
Matt don't know shit.
Never
Oh,
been to that
there's
one.
a bit of trivia. You guys seen Spaceballs the movie, right?
Oh, of course.
Love that movie.
Yes.
So the two black guys using the pick in the desert,
Yeah.
where he says, "Do you find anything? We ain't
The comb.
found shit." Yeah, they're combing the desert.
Yeah, the comb that does.
You know who that black guy was? He was Tuvok
What?
from the. That's him.
Craziness.
I know it, right?
Vaguely remembers the
We
movie.
ain't found shit. Yeah, that guy. Yep.
That's weird to think of.
That's
A
my-
Tuvok Vulcan.
Being in a Star Wars like movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Georgia, a fan of
that's
Monty Python?
Mel Brooks is one of my guys in Idol.
This is ready
He's
for
97
years
years old.
Yeah, 30 minutes.
It's not nearly enough time. Way I cake it on there.
Not gonna die.
Not gonna die.
Not gonna.
Because you got to cover it too, don't you? Once you gloss it, you have to cover it to make sure no dust gets on it. Do you really do that?
No.
No. No.
Nope.
I should. Definitely should. Here's that after it sat a while.
And it did turn out good. Very. Now, do you polish it when you're done? You should.
Me.
Me.
Turns out good.
Yeah. So is that's not dry,
No.
but it did level out really well. And that's future.
10 pounds of future.
Why didn't you just dip it? Just boom.
If I could do that, I definitely would.
I did that to that F-14 cockpit for the Academy kid.
Well, you're also looking at the difference of, a cockpit that's that big versus a whole car.
Yeah. I'd have to have a tub like this and probably 4 or 5 bottles of it just submerge, and then I'd have to let it
Drip.
drip, and then sand out the drip spots. And I've gone down that rabbit hole.
Man, this thing is heavy
This
with
is
wheels.
I can finish this. Once this is dry, put the glass in, and that's done.
Nice.
Really?
'Cause the body's already
Is it glossed and all that?
glossed and decaled over. And it was just this hood that was giving me fits because we had decal issues in England.
I hate that bullshit.
The decal's what killed that one
Yep.
from being inoperable.
Yeah, the F-15s.
No, my super.
I looked at those. They did not. I don't think they turned out that bad. Maybe it was the pictures.
Yeah.
Maybe it was the great photography. I don't know. But I didn't think they turned out that bad.
Right over there, you take a look.
I'll take a
His
look.
is over there, mine's
I'll take a look at it in a minute. This girl's got some fat thighs. Look at that.
Alright, what did I just say?
I'm just curious.
Oh, by all means.
All right, so let's go. That's in millimeters. We went inches. We're American.
Use millimeters. That's all I ever use.
2.1 inches.
Okay, so
2.2.
just-
2.2 inches.
So you know,
Let's see. Outer drive wheel. The outer drive wheel. 4 inches.
I added an inch to each side.
Yes. Yes. Yes, you
Yeah.
did. That's insane.
Yeah, she's got some fat thighs, this girl. Oh, and of course it doesn't sit level. You mother. Fucking.
Yeah. Well, Matt's uncensored.
After dark.
I said mother plus bucket, just for the record. Kudos to whoever can name the movie. Not you. I know you know the movie.
Bunch of funsters.
What did you do, Ray? I tried to think of the most harmless thing. Something that could never hurt us. Yep. It's the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Is this true? Yes. This man fits me.
Nobody steps out of church in my town. Roast 'em.
Ray, the next time someone asks you're a god, the answer is yes!
And then the second one was just as good. She's tough. She can take it. She's a harbor chick. Oh, you're gonna be a pain in my buttocks. Oh, come on.
Is no
Oh, hello, Adrian!
Oh, Julie, you
Are
nut.
you the key master?
Oh, we gotta get these two together. I'd like to take a sample of the brain. Sure, whatever. Wow.
Rick Moranis.
So funny. Okay, who brought the dog? Somebody let a bear in my apartment.
He's a national treasure.
Amen. It's gotta be right up there. Oh, you hound. It's always the quiet ones.
Yes, have some.
Well, we could just put it right back. We say that all the time when you make a bad shot. We go, whoa, 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 nice shooting, Tex. Don't look at the trap. I looked at the trap, Ray. That's you get in the elevator, the old man's like, what are you guys, some kind of exterminators? Cockroaches. Eat your freaking arm off. Going up, I'll take the next one.
I like when they're in the elevator and he's like, are you alright? He's like, I don't know, I have an unlicensed nuclear particle accelerator on my back. How do you feel?
I blame myself. I didn't test them. I collect what he collects molds and funguses. That's why I don't do tanks for a living. Alright. But they're on there. I got them on, I think. Hopefully they're in the right spot. I hope. Hey, look, I get to put some new parts on. Yay me.
Yay.
Well, trust me, I'm tired of looking at these wheels all the time. And it gets really old after a while.
Egon, somehow this reminds me of the time you tried to drill a hole in your head. Remember that?
It would have worked.
It would have worked too if you hadn't stopped me.
George goes, the movie where nerds became cool.
Amen. Everybody has 3 more
You
dudes
or
on their
any
house.
member of your family ever been diagnosed with schizophrenic?
My uncle thought he was Napoleon.
Let's see. What are we all working on?
Oh, that's right. Say, Jerome.
Let's see. I am working on a piece of.
Crap.
Yes.
Hey, he's
my
opened
first,
the door, I
my,
just walked
my
in.
first disappointing Haskell mini art kit, but it is a piece of field artillery, a 155 millimeter M2 long Tom gun, and it's just been nothing but a fight.
I'm kidding. She's thinking, what makes him tick? I'm gonna show her.
Jim is working on a dragon.
Well, I was working on the dragon.
Was working on a dragon. Then decided to.
Well, I got the first color on
Yeah. Now he's working on a German tiger tank.
in the group build.
And Matt is finishing up for the night. He
Yep.
is.
Say this GTO is all chromed out, ready for gloss. Glossed the hood already.
Yep.
And then I finally finished the Super B hood. So that'll be ready for final assembly.
Nice.
The Super B.
So yeah. So that's what we're up to.
What is those? Yeah, no job is too big. No fee is too big.
Yeah.
Say, don't they say, do they say that at Selbert too?
No,
No.
it's not yet. At least not till tomorrow.
What's tomorrow?
That's the next time I'm there.
Oh, okay. You dropped something.
Yes, I did.
What is it? Squeezed. Yes. Oh, right there in front of you.
Yeah, it's right there. I just have to bend down.
I get it. I get it. I get it.
Really far away when I get older.
I could have got it.
I know, thank you, but damn, that ground gets further and further away the older I get.
And then Adrian, we're leaving on Thursday to start heading down to San Marco, Texas.
That's near San Antonio.
North of San Antonio and south of Austin.
Well, if you get a chance, take a little drive out to Galveston.
That's a little too far.
Is it?
Yeah. That's south of Houston. Houston's like 3 hours away. Across the street in Texas terms.
Right. Well, I'm a Texan, so that's why I said it. But if you get a chance, they have go out to Seawolf Park. I mean, they have an actual submarine you can walk around in.
Yeah.
Why doesn't-
What part of the Texas are you from?
I am a Houstonian.
Houstonian.
Yeah,
I
I'm
know
from
that.
Houston.
How did a man from Houston end up in Missouri? Like Villa Ridge.
Long but funny story.
Okay. Can you do it in
Yes, I can.
16 minutes?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
I can do it in 6.
Okay.
Name that tune. Wow, just show my age there. Let's see, I was born in Houston. My mom and dad both worked for Southwestern Bell, and at the time, Southwestern Bell was their main offices were in Houston, and then, but both my parents were from St. Louis and moved to Houston for their jobs, and that's where I was born, me and my sister. And when Bell broke up, you know, instead of being Southwestern Bell, now they were just all of it. Then Ma Bell moved their headquarters to St. Louis, One Bell Center.
Okay.
So both my parents moved back here to St. Louis, and we moved out to Barnhart. And I'm like, nope, hate Jeff County, not going there. And I met my first wife in Franklin County, and well, the rest is history.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. No, I love it out here. When we first moved from Houston, I was miserable. I hated it. I absolutely hated it. But now it's I wouldn't move back to Texas if you paid me.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah.
So the St. Louis question, where did you go to high school?
I went to Windsor High School in Barnhart.
Okay.
Graduated not with honors, obviously. I was not a good student. help me out here for a second.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so that there's a bar that goes underneath that holds on that spare track, but it goes in here. It goes under here.
Uh-huh.
Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Good. Because once I glue this on here,
It's on there.
it's on there, and I don't want to put the tracks on yet because they need to be rusty and weathered. And
I would not glue that on there.
I'm not going to glue this on there.
Okay.
I'm going to glue that on there.
Okay.
So that I wanted to be able to remove this, and if it's just held up under that first set of teeth, then I can pull it in and out without issue.
Gotcha.
So this is as wide as that track is. Actually, I think nope, I have it on the right side. Yeah, and that's exactly how it runs right there. No wonder the Germans lost the war. Just saying. Oodle-dee. I'm going to glue this and I'm going to wrap it up as well.
Oh, that needs all on there. It's on there. If I said the Dudley Boys, would you know who I'm talking about?
I know who the Dudley Boys are. The Australians that like to run around naked. They're weird.
No.
Then no, I don't know who the Dudley Boys are.
The wrestlers, the Dudley Boys?
Oh,
Bubba Ray and Devon? No?
they do.
They do? Yes? No.
Now that you said wrestler, yeah.
Alright. Alright.
Why didn't you go with that?
I don't know.
You should have led with
I
that.
don't know. Matt says no. Okay.
I mean, my wrestling was more like Hulk Hogan, Ultimate Warrior,
Okay.
Sting, like Sting. I don't
Okay.
like him now. I think get out of the game. You're too old. You're done.
Okay.
Let's see. The Von Erichs.
Okay.
Love the Von Erichs because that was the only thing I was actually allowed to watch after church at my grandparents.
Oh, me
Was
too.
wrestling at the Chase.
Yeah, yeah.
So you're looking at like Harley Race and
Dick the Bruiser and
Dick the Bruiser, Cowboy Bob Orton.
Ric Flair come through. And
Oh yeah.
the fabulous Freebirds.
Yep.
Alright. Ah,
That looks straight to you.
George says Randy Savage. Yes. Yes.
Randy Savage. Oh yeah. Stab it to a Slim Jim.
That was later on. Hey, Rose watching. Hey, Nate.
Perfect. Really good. And there it sits. Now, I love it when a plan comes together.
Well, let's just say this. If we're ever at IPMS Gateway swap meets, and I pick up a 1/72nd armor kit, either of you have perfect permission to powerbomb me through a table.
Nice. You heard that, right? You heard
We
that.
have that on record.
We heard
in this
that.
video.
That's right. That is on permanent record. 'Cause
Yes.
It goes on Facebook, stays on Facebook.
Yes. So, yeah. So, if I pick up a 72nd armor or artillery kit and say, I'm going to build this, Jim or Matt have the power of powerbombing me through a table.
Yep. You better believe it.
So,
You're getting a reverse
Bautista
suplex.
bomb.
yeah.
Yep. You're getting a suplex right through the floor.
No, I'll take
You
a
do
Batista.
the Batista bomb, I'll do the Hulk Hogan thigh drop. Boom. Well, no, we don't want to kill you. I was going to say, we don't want to kill you. We just want to stop you from doing something stupid.
It's almost bigger than I am around.
I know. I know. Well, anytime I look at it in a lottery kit, I fully expect you guys to go, no, those suck.
Yeah.
Just tell me no, and it doesn't take much.
Yeah.
Or a tester's kit, because those are the worst.
Yeah. Yeah, and looking, I did get rid of all my ancillary kits except for one. I found out. I found one. It was buried down deep over there. It's the Tiger P Elephant.
What is that? I've never heard of that. A Tiger P Elephant.
Yes.
I've never heard of that. Is it a jet? Is it a prop? Is it...
Oh, it's a tank.
Really?
Yeah, that's why I didn't see it. It was over here in my tank section, which is all of 1, 2, 3, 4 kits.
Oh. Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Easy to assemble. No, it's not. That's a lie. Ooh, look at all the simmer out on it, too.
Easy to throw across the room.
Yeah. Here. So here you go. So here's the.
Wow.
Yeah. So.
Ooh. Of course, rubber tracks. Icky.
So. Easy to assemble. In.
German? Japanese? Chinese?
Large, probably Italian.
3 easy steps.
Oh my lord.
Step 1. Let's do 40,000 things in step 1.
Holy crap.
We shan't be doing that.
You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of that PT-109. It had 4 steps on it, too.
And you did
So
everything.
this is one of those ones where you got to go, okay, I put that part on, cross it off. I put that part on, cross it off. Otherwise, you will forget.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
They even, before you even paint it, they have you put the guy in it.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And apparently it came with a Russian 76 anti-tank gun, which all the other parts are right here. At least this is 1/35 scale.
It's a different model?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody was going to do a diorama.
Yeah. So at least it's a little bigger, but not much.
God, look at the camouflage on that. Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. How good are you with the airbrush?
Not good enough.
Nah, not that.
No, what you do is you paint it all the line color, and then you...
Use the Panzer putty?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah. Or
then-
you painted all the background color and just cut out little sheets of paper on like a sticker, and yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that would.
I'd rather make worms.
Yeah, I like making worms.
Worms are better.
The Panzer putty. I went and bought a can of that stuff. I can't wait to use it.
So yeah.
The Battle of Kursk.
Easy to build tank.
This
in,
kit was $5.99 new.
in
Far
3 easy steps.
Looks like a box of sprue goo to me.
3 easy steps. 1, 2, and 3.
That's
Step
what-
number
that's what
1 has
USS
got
Missouri,
90
that
million
Revell
pieces.
USS Missouri. I kept the hull. I kept the superstructure, and
Uh,
everything else got chopped up into sprue goo. Because there was, it had flash on its flash.
Oh.
I had never
All right,
seen
George.
so much flash.
We will see you later. Hey, we're getting ready to end it up tonight. So, thanks everybody for watching tonight. Thank you very much for watching. This has been Mom with the Mats. Let's see. Who's the new cast member? This is Jim. He's not Matt. So,
Cast member.
yes.
I'm not new.
So, thanks for watching, everybody. We got to book it. So, let's see. I'm Matt.
Some call me Tim.
And
Call me Ishmael.
thanks for watching Mom with the Mats, guys and girls. And we're out. Model on, guys. See ya. Bye-bye.